bed feels warmer, sleeping here alone. You know I dream in color.
Okay, I was asked to put a backing track together for this song by a company called Peel Entertainment for a live dance group and singing group. So let's have a look at how I put all that together using Logic Pro X. Okay, for the purposes of this demonstration, the original version that I'm copying from by Glee is on your left ear if you've got the headphones on the right way around, and my version is going to be in your right ear. So the first thing I had to do here was get the track in time, and I figured out that the tempo was 116 BPM and got that working across a metronome and Logic. So it's in time now. Little process involved in doing that, which I can show you in a different video. So the first thing I did here was add a kick drum. Here we go. So to get that kick drum, I used a program called Battery. Spun through different sounds till I got the one that worked best for me. Now I'm not using exactly the same sounds as the original here, only the producer who produced this record knows what that is, so I'm just having to do my best guess. So after the kick drum, I added a real bass. That's pretty good. And then the next thing was to add some triggers. And this track, there's a hell of a lot of things triggering off things to give you that kind of really tight dance sound. So first thing I did was trigger this guitar. And I triggered it from a rim shot using a noise gate. I'll show you that process a little bit later. And then after I did that, we added Kirsty's voice doing those ahs in the background and a little moog trigger. I did the same thing with her voice, triggering it off a rim shot. And then we've got a little moog here on the go, which I used a program called Omnisphere to find a sound that, again, it was close. And then I used an arpeggiator here just to trigger everything really tight off that. So that's really everything that was all involved in that section of the song. Now if we move on, there's some more drums come in. So let's just have a listen to them. Let's bring them in. There's a hi-hat here, snare. There's actually a couple of snares that are being triggered from the same thing, just to try and emulate that sound on the record. So shaping up now, and then there's another guitar you'll hear in there, kind of distorted sort of guitar, which I copied using a Stratocaster and a distortion unit. Then just for artistic license, I added another guitar. It's not actually in the original, but I thought it worked quite well. Just felt like doing it. Let's have a listen to that. So again, that's everything pretty much in that section. Just before I went into that section, there was a little sound effect as well, which I had to emulate. Let's have a listen to what I did then. Okay, then we had to go into the chorus. Now with the chorus, there's an awful lot more triggers happening. Oh, again, just the original now. Then it's what I've had to copy in. Slightly different chord arrangement there. Now again, we're using a guitar here to trigger from a noise gate. Now I'm using this rim shot here to trigger the sound. I don't really want to hear the rim, but we're just using that to open the noise gate on the guitar. So every time the rim plays, it's opening the gate using a side chain up here. And that guitar is listening to that gate, so the rim shot opens the gate and the guitar sounds. If you hear the guitar without the gate, you'll hear the difference. So I'll take the noise gate off. Again, a bit random that, but it actually works when you bring in the effect. And then I did the same thing with the strings down here. we're opening that string and synth sound from the same trigger, and then we've got some strings over the top. Okay, so let's hear the whole track now. So even just those 3 sections, you can hear there's quite a lot of work involved. Then once I'd gone through the whole arrangement, did a mix, I then compared that mix against the original. Using a fantastic program called Ceilings of Sound, I was able to actually match the EQ of the mix, and I'll show you how I did that. Okay, so on the left again is the Glee version, and on the right is the Offbeat version. So let's have a listen. These are the finished mixes together. Okay, it's pretty good, but let's just try this Ceilings of Sound process. Ceilings of Sound is basically a hyper EQ, but you can use it for all sorts of purposes that I've found very useful. So let's just sample the EQ of this mix. Okay, this is a waveform here that's been created. Just let the track run a little bit just to see what develops with that. Okay, that's pretty good. We'll maybe wait till the snare comes in just to get a good sample of the EQ. Okay, so I've just captured that EQ there, and I'm going to save it, and we'll just call it, what doesn't kill you? What doesn't kill you? 1. So I'm going to save that. Now I'm going to apply that to my version. So I'm going to open up Ceilings of Sound Pro. Okay, so let's find that particular setting in the user presets. There it is up there. So that's it. Now let's just see what that's done to this version. I think that's an improvement. It's very subtle, but just see what happens when the track develops. Great. Well, thanks for watching this video. Bye for now.